I didn't plan on going blind. But then again, who the fuck does? The world didn't just go dark all at once. It slowly faded. Like a sunset, I couldn't stop. I was 12 years old, and for the rest of my fucking existence, I will always remember that day. Story time, y'all. So, I was in the 6th grade. I woke up that morning and things were a little blurry. Not too much, but enough that I thought I needed a thicker eyeglass prescription because I wore glasses anyway. So I went to school. First block, second block was fine. I got to my third block and I couldn't see the words in the book. So I told my teacher, I was like, Miss B, I'm having issues reading, what's in the book. She was like, what do you mean? I said, it's too blurry. Like I can't see. Now, I could still see things that were far away. I could still make out shapes, colors, all of that. Just couldn't see things that were right up on me, like really close. So she said, do you want me to call your parents? I said, no, everything is fine. I think I just need to get a thicker prescription, but I do need help reading what's in the book. So she paired me with a student who read, the rest of the work. So I went to my 4th block and then my 5th block, lunch, all that. It gradually got worse, little by little. Again, not too much that it was like super concerning, but enough that I knew I needed to tell my parents when I got home. So I got through my school day, and then as I was walking home from school, it got completely worse. Like, I don't know if it was the sunlight, I have no idea, but it got so bad that I couldn't even see the road from the sidewalk. I might as well have closed my eyes. It was that blurry. It was like looking through a foggy glass. And so I'm on the sidewalk. The street was to my left. I'm on the sidewalk, and then to my right were houses. I left my left foot on the sidewalk, and then I put my right foot on the grass line of the houses. That way I knew I wouldn't veer left into the street. And I was walking along, so I kind of like stumbled my way left, right, to get home. We lived with my grandmother at the time. There was a unique dip in the road, so that's how I knew when to turn. And so when I felt that dip onto my right foot, I made that right, turning onto my street, and I knew that my grandmother was the 3rd house down. So I counted the grass lots, 1, 2, 3, until I got to the 3rd one. I stumbled my way up to the door, and thankfully nobody, there weren't any cars for me to run into in the parking lot. So, or the driveway anyway. So I stumbled my way up to the door, and my cousin was waiting for me. And I'm trying to put the key in the lock. And she was like watching me like, you got it? And I said, no, cousin, I can't see. And she was like, what do you mean? I'm still fumbling with the lock. I'm like, I can't see. I can't see. So she takes the key from me. She unlocks the door, and then she grabs my hand and leads me inside. So then we call my mother, and I tell my mom, hey, you know what? I can't see. Like, this is how my school day went. Something's wrong. So I eventually go to the doctor, and they tell me, you have detached retina. Now, I did not play any sports. There wasn't any trauma. I didn't get hit in the head. Nothing happened, no accidents. It just spontaneously happened, like somebody flipped a fucking switch. Nobody in my family is blind. Nobody even has eye problems. Nobody wears glasses. It was just me. So they tell me, okay, we can reattach the retina. So I have surgery. They fix the issue. I get my eyesight back, and then it happens 2 weeks later. I have the second surgery. I get my eyesight back, and then it happens 2 weeks later. Well, actually, it was 3 weeks that time. I got my eyesight back, surgery number 3, and then it happened again. This continued to happen from doctor to doctor until I got to the best doctor in Miami, because I'm from Florida. And even still, he couldn't get this, he couldn't stabilize my condition. All told, I had 10 surgeries, and none of it gave me my eyesight back. By the time I had that last one, by the time they even stabilized my condition, it was completely dark. And for your doctor to tell you they've done all that they could, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm trying not to cry. For your doctor to tell you they've done all that they could. That this is your life now. That you will never ride a bike again. That you can't go outside and play again. That you have to fucking learn how to read Braille. It completely turned my world upside down. Probably the worst news I've ever gotten in my fucking life. And so I'm sharing this story to hope inspire some of y'all to get the fuck up and keep moving. It's been 22 years now. And along with a fat ass, I carry that burden on my back every day. And it fucking sucks. But I'm still out here doing it. I'm still out here making shit happen. So I just wanted to share that story with y'all. And follow my channel, follow my page. I'm going to be kind of posting a lot of shit in regards to blindness and how I get around and how I live. And all right.